What's up guys, Alfie here with a start to a video series on progression. Today we're starting it off with maxing your monsters, how to do it, what you need, and where to find the resources. We can start with leveling your monsters. It's pretty simple. Use XP potions to raise level. Cap is based on how evolved your monster is. Now evolving is just how you raise your monster's level cap. This can use shards, but I highly recommend you use Rainbow Mon first, and use your shards to scale up your 3 to 4 star monsters, as well as getting the further awakenings. You can get Rainbow Mon from a couple of places. One is the area dungeons in your guard journal. You'll get more than enough to build your first team for the story clear. The next area for Rainbow Mon and Breath of Life as well is in the exchange. You can exchange shard pieces of the varying rarities for a variety of rewards. I would recommend to start with 1 stars, 2 stars, and then 3 stars. Before you go into 3 stars, you want to make sure you have max skilled any monster you are planning to use soon, especially if you are not spending. The next area to get your Rainbow Mons and XP potions is Path of Training. Here you can battle a pretty easy stage to get these resources. I only recommend this if you're still not at a point where you can clear Subjugation level 10 or a Rune Dungeon around level 10 or 11 at least. When it comes to awakening your monsters, what you'll need is Magic Essence and a lot of it, as well as the proper Attribute Essence, Breath of Life, and as with most things in the game, Gold. For levels 10, 12, and 15 you will need a dupe, and it has to be that exact monster. It can't be a monster of the same family that is a different attribute, but they can be used for skill ups. My recommendation is at the start of the game, choose monsters of different elements and use your first clear rewards to quickly awaken your team. This will accelerate your progression and allow you to stockpile resources. Magic Essence is used across the board, so I would recommend that your first 3 entries, which give you a double drop, go towards a Magic Essence until you have a good amount of them. After that, you can go for specific elements based on the teams you're trying to build, and you can challenge any element. There is no rotating bonus, it is only that initial daily bonus. When it comes to skilling your monsters, for 3 and 4 stars, you should prioritize this with your shards. On 5 stars, it will depend on if you're free to play, how much you're spending, if you are, and what you are gaining from the awakening versus the skill ups. I want to get more information to make a more detailed guide on this, since I do believe it varies monster to monster. For example, on Bastet, the main thing you're looking for is the cooldown reduction, but there is no mana reduction, so if you're using her on manual, you will not actually get that much of a benefit, except the size of her shield. As you can tell, Breath of Life, Gold, and Shards is needed for pretty much every aspect of raising your monsters to their full potential. The higher the rarity, the more costly this is going to be. So with that in mind, I would recommend that you start with level 3s and stockpile resources to build your 4 and 5 stars. Wait till they're fully max skilled and then fully invest in them. This will accelerate your progression and make the game a whole lot easier. With these tips in mind, Shannon, Conan, and Acelia is a very optimal team for your progression. It's 3 different elements of 3-star rarity, so you will be able to save many resources, and this team works in 3 dungeons as well as Foggy Raid, and I will be making a more detailed guide on this team and how it works and why it works, so you can understand the value that it brings. As far as repeat quests go for compiling these resources, you want to save your refreshes for when you get to Act 5. Before then, it's okay to use your daily accumulated ones, but do not refresh them. You will get way better quests in the future. As far as which ones to pick, it depends on what you're low on. If you followed these tips, you probably have a good amount of gold, XP pots, but if you don't, stockpile on those first, and then you will move on to getting other things. If you're low on Breath of Life or you have already stockpiled on these resources, you can begin to use them for entry tickets, Path of Adventure, Kairos, and Arena. Path of Adventure would be my recommendation for one of the main ones. If you're low on essences, it is fine to go with Kairos entry tickets first, and Arena is pretty much only if you plan to rush. Hope this video helped, and if it did, drop a sub, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitch. I will be streaming soon as I have time. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.